Creepers! How the heck are you crazy creeps? Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, I do appreciate you guys tuning in and creeping with Nickelodeon. That's right, if you remember that jingle, then you were a fan of Nickelodeon like me, especially the cartoons, Ren and Stimpy, Doug, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, all the Nickelodeon shows. Calista Explains It All. You can't do that on television. The list goes on and on. Oh, Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, some of my favorites. And back in 1997, this school behind me was the winner to the Nickelodeon Takes Over Your School Sweepstakes. There was only a handful of schools that won, but right here in Portland, Oregon, at the Harvey Scott Elementary, Nickelodeon came through. Mark Summers was here. The principal got slimed. You're not gonna wanna miss this one. Stay tuned. We're doing a little Nickelodeon creeping. And we are here to the front of this now called Scott School, but at the time, September 26th of 1997 to be more specific, this school right here was basically transformed into Nickelodeon. That's right, a ton of the cast and crew from a lot of the shows came through. Like I said, the principal was even slimed.
Summers, the Roundhouse Posse will come and take over your school. You'll get $1,000 and you could win and make your school Nickelodeon's next target.
All of the kids were gathered out front here to enjoy Nickelodeon coming through and kind of taking over their school. Now, if you guys remember the show, You Can't Do That on Television, there was a cast member on that show, kind of like the chef, named Barf, and he actually showed up for the opening too. They had him on hand, kind of announcing all the performances. They told them they were going to take over and that the teachers and the principals were now in control by Nickelodeon, and that all happened right here. And like I said, I did find some old screenshots, and what made it easy to compare was kind of the intricate work on the school itself, and then in the windows right here you can see there's those kind of sections that would have read Nickelodeon up top here. And yeah, pretty darn cool. Like I said, not that many kids got the opportunity to actually win. The prize was Nick Comes Takes Over Your School, and you know, brings a ton, like I said, a ton of the cast and crew. Mark Summers was here from Double Dare to kind of announce some of the assembly activities, and in fact they did slime some folks. I found the pictures, and the kind of video that they used to actually promote it was actually shot here as well. That's why I was able to find a lot of the pictures. Was the bus is pulled right up here with all the people involved, and they gathered out front here. And like I said, there was a couple other schools, but this is kind of the place that they ran the credits for. You would have seen all the cast and kids out front here basically saying, you know, enter, enter, enter. And I found that video, which I will try and enter here now, but this is it.
For your chance to win, send in the postcard with your name, address, age, and telephone number to Nick Takes Over Your School, P.O. Box 4982, Orlando, Florida 32802. The postcard.
And from what I read online, really good time, especially with them being able to, you know, who didn't want to slime their principal back then? And also, you know, in 1997, $1,000 kind of held its value a lot more than it would today. So pretty good prize money. And I believe there was also some coupons for Pizza Hut and a couple other promotional items, but that all happened right here. And I love the fact that they actually used this area right here as kind of the like bumpers in between the cartoons. And if you guys remember Snick, I remember being on late night watching, you know, how to enter to your school. I believe I did mail in the postcard. I actually found the little bumper too where it said, you know, mail in the postcard for your chance to win. But that all took place right here, which is so cool to me. I absolutely loved all of the Nickelodeon shows, especially You Can't Do That on Television. So when I saw that Barf was here and that they actually slimed the principal, I thought that was pretty darn cool. Here's the back side too. Oh, wouldn't be the same without some sort of weed whacker or leaf blower. But yeah, just a nice little school here. And I think a couple more activities that day kind of took place back in here. Another thing that I was able to kind of realize that it was shot here is that in the little bumper promo, you can actually see a lot of these trees back in here, which, you know, Oregon's got very specific style, you know, Douglas firs and trees like that. So I thought to myself, hey, that looks like Portland. And sure enough, it was. And like I said, from what I read on some of the posts that I was able to find online, they talked about how all the teachers gathered out here that day and really just had a good time. And who didn't want to meet Mark Summers? In fact, he does have a Instagram page, which is pretty darn cool. I was able to see his, you know, what he's been up to all these years later after Double Dare and stuff. I mean, I think everybody that watched that wanted to be on the obstacle course at the end with Mark Summers. So pretty much every 90s, you know, 80s, 90s kid dream come true to have Nickelodeon actually come and take over your school. I think Clarissa from Clarissa Explains It All was at a few. I'm not sure if she was actually at this one, but gosh, who didn't love Nickelodeon? I mean, even to this day, some of the best cartoons and shows were actually on, you know, Nickelodeon. So pretty darn cool. And I believe I found the name of the actual person that won. I'll have to enter that as well. But pretty neat to think that out of all the schools, pretty much, you know, wherever they were able to enter, this one here was the recipient of that day. So I bet those kids had an absolute blast. And if you guys did happen to come here or go here, let me know in the comments if you do remember that taking place here. I would love to hear all the excitement that went down that day. Pretty darn cool. Nick, Nickelodeon.
Nick takes over your school. You must send in a postcard. For your chance to run the Double Dare obstacles, you must send it in. For your chance to slime your principal, you must send it in. For your chance to slime your entire class, you must send it in. Lily St. Cyr, send in the postcard.
I won.
Samantha Moreland, send in the postcard.
I won.
Christine Evans, send in the postcard.
And I won.
Mark Summers, Clarissa, the cast of Are You Afraid of the Dark will come and take over your school. You'll get $1,000 and you'll party to a special concert featuring the Roundhouse. Send in the postcard with your name, address, age, and telephone number to Nick Takes Over Your School Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 35, Orlando, Florida 32802. Send it in and soon you could be yelling.
Kind of cartoony Nickelodeon vibes. Nice. Every time I see that green color though, I think of the Nickelodeon slime. Kind of got those vibes. All right, moving on. Pretty dang cool that all happened right here. I just keep hearing that too. Nick. All right, just popped into Dollar Tree and I did notice they have some Nickelodeon little figures here. We got Arnold, and it looks like you can get pretty much all the classic Nicktoons. Oh, look at, we got Stimpy, we got Ren. We also got Patrick. And like I said, you can get Ren and Stimpy, Patrick, SpongeBob, and Arnold. That is awesome. I'm gonna actually grab all 3 of these. And I don't see any more, but sometimes they kind of fall down here. So I might look around. But yeah, that's cool. Speaking of Nicktoons. Heck yeah. Dig it, dude. Good timing, huh? Love it. Ren looks so cool. That is awesome. What a great tie-in to the blog, too. That's going to do it for today. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That'll dial you into being a creeper today. You can also do me one better and ring that bell down below. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. If you did enjoy this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Till next time, Creeper out for now. Peace.